Welcome to our journey into the unknown. Before we delve into the dilemma of being caught on film as a time traveler, let's first explore the concept of time travel and the theories that make it plausible. Time travel, a concept once confined to the realm of science fiction, has captivated our imagination for centuries. It's the idea of moving between different points in time, similar to the way we move in space. But is it just a far-fetched dream, or could it be a scientific possibility? To answer that, we turn to Albert Einstein's theories of relativity. These theories propose that time and space are interconnected in a four-dimensional fabric of the universe known as space-time. Distortions in this fabric due to gravity can, in theory, warp time itself, making time travel a possibility. With this understanding, let's explore the fascinating and complex world of time travel. Stay tuned, because we're about to take a ride through time. Ever pondered the perils of time travel? Imagine, one moment you're sipping a latte in the gleaming neon glow of the 21st century, and the next, you're treading on the cobblestones of Victorian London. But what if you left behind more than just footprints? What if you were inadvertently caught in a photograph? Now, let's consider how a time traveler might avoid being photographed in the first place. Blending in would be their first line of defense. They would need to melt into the crowd, avoid drawing attention, and master the art of invisibility in plain sight. Perhaps they could create an excuse to avoid the spotlight, like claiming to be camera shy or harboring a quaint superstition about cameras stealing souls. Alternatively, they could politely request the photographer to respect their need for privacy and not include them in any shots. In the end, the key to successful time travel might just be maintaining a good old-fashioned low profile. After all, the best way to avoid leaving footprints in time is to tread lightly. Consider this tale of a time traveler. We'll call him John. John, an explorer of time and space, journeyed back to the Roaring Twenties. He reveled in the jazz, the parties, the bootlegged spirits. Yet, unbeknownst to him, as he danced the Charleston amid flappers and mobsters, a keen-eyed photographer captured the event. A harmless memento of a lively party, one might think. But here's where it gets interesting. John, you see, had arrived in his usual attire, jeans and a graphic tee, a stark contrast to the waistcoats and flapper dresses of the day. As you can imagine, he stood out like a sore thumb. The photograph, eventually published in a local newspaper, sparked a flurry of speculation. Who was this oddly dressed man, a foreigner, a madman, or something else entirely? Fast forward to our present day. A keen-eyed historian researching the Roaring Twenties stumbles upon this curious photograph. Despite the old-world charm of fashion-attired beautiful women kicking up their heels in a spirited rendition of the Charleston, the historian suddenly sees an anomaly strikes him. A man in a graphic tee amidst the sea of vintage fashion, a puzzle piece that doesn't fit. His curiosity piqued, he delves deeper, and the photograph of John becomes a hot topic in academic circles. This tale serves as a cautionary note to our would-be time travelers. The risks of time travel extend beyond the physical and psychological. They tread into the realm of the existential. What happens when evidence of your journey across time becomes a historical curiosity? Will you become a mystery for future generations to solve? Or will your existence become a paradox that challenges the very fabric of time? When embarking on a journey through time, one must consider the potential risks. You might leave behind more than just footprints. You might leave behind a mystery, a paradox, a ripple in the fabric of time. So, the next time you imagine stepping into a time machine, remember our friend John, and consider the potential consequences. Because in time travel, as in life, actions have consequences, and those consequences can span across centuries. Now let's ponder on what version of the time traveler appears in the photo or video. Does the time traveler appear younger if he or she travels back in time? Or does the time traveler appear older if they travel to the future? These are intriguing questions that add another layer of complexity to the concept of time travel. Let's delve into the science behind the appearance of a time traveler in photos. It all comes down to the concept of biological aging. If a time traveler goes back in time, they would appear younger in photos. Why? Because their biological age hasn't caught up with the period they've traveled to. On the other hand, if they travel to the future, they will appear older in photos. Their biological age would be less than the time period they've arrived in. But it's not just biology at play here. The principle of relativity and time dilation could also play a part in this fascinating phenomenon. So the appearance of a time traveler in photos could be a fascinating mix of biology and physics. Let's now explore a hypothetical scenario. What happens if a time traveler is discovered? How will they defend their appearance in a photo from an earlier time period? How will they explain their existence in a time where they should not be? The fallout of such a discovery could be monumental, altering the course of history and the time traveler's life. The stakes are high, as the truth could unravel the fabric of time as we know it. Picture this: the media storm that ensues when a time traveler's secret is exposed. How would they handle such a situation? The time traveler would need to brace themselves for the relentless scrutiny and questioning from a curious public and the relentless media. They could choose to stick with their story, insisting on their innocence, and claiming the entire situation as a mere misunderstanding. Alternatively, they could consider revealing their secret about being a time traveler, though this would undoubtedly open a Pandora's box of its own. Navigating such a media storm would necessitate a delicate balance of truth and deception. In the face of such a media storm, a time traveler would need to tread carefully, as each word and action could potentially alter the course of history. Imagine the shock and disbelief when a time traveler is discovered in a historical photo. The initial reaction is skepticism, both from the public and the academic community. However, as curiosity is piqued, the photograph and the time traveler's identity become subjects of intense scrutiny and investigation. The time traveler, meanwhile, grapples with the mounting pressure to maintain their secret, well aware that their exposure could trigger a ripple effect, altering the course of history and time itself. This discovery brings to the fore ethical and existential questions. Should the time traveler intervene in historical events? What are the implications of their actions on the timeline? The discovery of a time traveler could lead to a paradigm shift in our understanding of time and history, forever changing our perception of the past, present, and future. Thank you for supporting Time Pilgrimage. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment for more thought-provoking content.